Uh huh. You know what time it is. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's go. Tonight, Friday night. Grab that glass of wine. No more work, leave the jerks. Got to look this fine. No time to go to the bar. Create a vibe online. Let's chat, play games. We doing our thing.
It's about to start.
Grab your food and drink and everything to devour. Hold on to your seats cause your laughs will get even louder. Put on your PJs and please on the powder. Hold up. Let's get sipping cause it is my happy
Now
hour.
run that.
Let's get sipping.
What is good? What is good, everybody? My name is Shorn Marshall. It's Friday, and it's exactly what time it is. It's the happy hour. I hope y'all had a very productive week, and it's time for the weekend for us to relax, have a good time. I know some people have kids and everything like that. Congrats and good luck on those. Yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting show. I will have a special guest, but she will be in there a little later. Right now because she texted me earlier about that. And yes, I do have one song for a song review, and I will tell you about that later. Throughout the whole show, you will interact. You can interact with me and my special guest by asking some questions. And of course, Lavender wants to come out now. I He's not even in the frame on one of my cameras to do a bunny cam, so that's definitely going to be part of the segment. I had to put my feet up again. But you can interact with me and my special guest. You can ask questions, and of course, it's BBF. You know what it is. Um, Seriously, Lavender, just chilling. Can you just low and just chill? Really. But hold on, I'm gonna share on Facebook. Just keep on sharing. Make sure you share the show. It's gonna be interesting. Um, my week has been, well, it's kind of a little bit slowed down a little bit, but um, everything's going good. With everything. So those that still want to do like join the group classes, for this open singing critique that is every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Um, throughout the summer. And then starting July 18th, I will start a Guitar 101 class, 7 p.m. I do have a link tree. I will post, I think I post the link on some of them on Facebook, and it's on my link for the link tree on Instagram. So make sure you check that out. Um, yeah, I have a bunch of stuff coming up for next month, and just follow me on my Instagram, and catch up on what I've been doing on and off the show, on and off music. And you speaking of music, I am planning on releasing some music, probably like 2 songs before the end of the summer, and then another song before the end of the year. So I am going to be releasing some joints, that something that y'all don't think that is most people think that I will be able to execute, or kind of it was just something out of the box for me, and I'm challenging myself for, and I'm just want to be very spontaneous creatively, and that's what I mostly do. So so let's get sipping, everybody. I want to know, what are y'all sipping? I ain't got no wine, and I'm very sad about that right now. That I ain't got no wine to do this show, because this whole week a bitch need a drink bad. But I am drinking these, the Izzy is drinks. I got this 24 pack I got from Amazon, and I really like this brand. I have to think about soda, but it's really like good. But it gave me ideas despite this drink, and add a little rum on it. I might put that in there later. But someone sipping on mites. Which what the mites? Hard lemonade. That's hard lemonade, and there's some other hard cider or something like that. What kind? What variety is the hard lemonade or hard iced tea? Because I didn't like that one. So yep. So this is gonna be an interesting, very interesting show. My week. was very chaotic. Very chaotic. So I hope y'all had a very productive week. And I hope y'all are planning on relaxing this weekend. I'm planning on relaxing this weekend because I know it's going to rain all day tomorrow and I ain't going to work. Watermelon. I didn't know they had the watermelon. Now it made me want to buy some. I did not know there's watermelon. God, that makes me want to get one so bad. I want to get one so bad. But before my guest comes in, she says she will be in about maybe 20 minutes. I probably will let you know who she is. Got the show. Jealous. But yeah, I will tell you a little bit about our special guest. She is a talented guitarist. She is based in New York. She had been out performing with my girl Gabby. Big shout out to Guitar Gabby. I am now the member of the Tulips Gang. And she performed with her a couple times while she was in town in New York. And I am very proud of her. And she's actually kind of one of my mentors, person that I am mentoring when it comes to songwriting and production. And we actually working on some things together. And I am so happy that she is willing to join with me um, on the show tonight. Actually, I have a little video clip of her. Those that don't even know her, how talented this woman is, and everything like that. So here is a clip of her, and yeah, hope you enjoy. So that is Jennale Adams, and she is our guest um, for tonight. And uh, Hope you enjoy that little taste, like how talented this woman is. She's not only plays guitar, she's an instructor teaching lessons, and I'm definitely going to be asking questions, so y'all can get to know her. And if you want to ask some questions throughout the show, you can. Like, you're interacting with me throughout the whole show, so you can leave comments, leave the comments, and when she also get on the see, I told you she's talented. And I'm glad that I got to know her. Like, the first time I um I noticed her, it was during the pandemic, and we was doing we was helping with Gabby. She wants to have all the female musicians to do a Don't Rush challenge. And when I was looking through the whole video, the Rush challenge, since I was part of it, and I was like the last person, um, I saw her and I didn't know she plays guitar. So I was like trying to follow her on Instagram and saw a bunch of photos and stuff like that. And I saw a little tiny video clip of her, and when she found out that, and I've also found out when she was a post artist for the brand that I've been wanting trying to be endorsed, PRS. I hope you are listening. Please, PRS, please endorse a sister. Um, she was part of the post office. I think was a couple years ago. Um, recently, being endorsed with PRS, and I'm so proud of her. Everything that I learned from her since the pandemic, and now she's been um, blossoming, um, blossoming um, to a new level as a musician, and I am very, very, very proud of her in that particular area. So when she comes up here, you will meet her. You ask questions. It's gonna be dope. Oh God, I wish I had some wine right now. But that's okay. I'm gonna try and drink sober. But let's see. Lavender had disappeared because I put my foot up. He said I didn't have my shoes off. I had my shoes on actually, and usually I have my shoes off and I have my socks, and he like loved my socks because I wear a lot of crazy socks, so he's a kind of addicted to my socks. So he disappeared, but I was prepared. If he hear a crinkly bag, he knows it. He thinks every time there's a crinkly bag, he thinks it's trees. And it's yeah, he always thinks it's trees. And even like he hear a crinkly bag. But I didn't make no noise, so he doesn't know that I'm there. But anywho, I hope y'all safe in this rain. It's been raining. I heard it's gonna be raining for like a few days. I heard about South Carolina. Prayers to those in South Carolina. I was heard for one of my partners. It was like water was rising and slid into the water, and got to get tow the car out and get it dried, and it was like flood. So prayers to those who have that was going through that situation, and I hope and speedy recovery for those that might be in critical um, doing that. It's raining up here. I heard storms earlier, but it might rain all day tomorrow. Um, it's just like been raining constantly most of the week in certain areas in this East Coast. So y'all be careful out there. I don't like driving in no rain because of slippery, sliding, peeping and hiding, car accidents, water, hydroplaning, and all that hoopla. So y'all be careful out there if y'all really need to go out. But any else that you need, you just get it delivered at your house and stay your ass home. Cause like rain can make a person sleepy and drowsy, and people should not be speeding through the streets while it's raining. Otherwise, your bricks slip. Your bricks will slip and start have a fender bender on some people's cars, and we don't got time for that. And we don't want to have cops coming here doing police reports and all that other stuff. So let's just end it there. All right, just end it there. Just stay your ass home when it is ready. Do not go out at all. Have people that had just deliver the stuff to your house, but pay more tips as a Instacart shopper. Please tip more for us because sometimes we don't like to be out in that rain either, and we sitting here risking our lives out in this weather. Nobody got time for that, of course. So, seeing a couple people just jumped on in here. Make sure y'all check in. Let me know what you are sipping on. And ask me questions throughout the show, and my guest will be in a couple more minutes. Um, Still getting herself set up, and she was just driving and stuff. So hello, Nikki. Finally, you wasn't here last week, and I was upset about it, but that's okay. See that lesson that I share with you is the first time you actually always have to say that's okay. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. That's okay. I know you probably had something going on, but sometimes you probably don't even tell me about it, and that's how I found out about on Instagram and stuff, and want to know what I'm drinking. This is not alcohol. I ain't got no wine, so I got this. At least I have a drink in my hand. At least it's not alcohol, which I would have spiked this sooner or later with a little rum and have a little is spike is spritzer drink ish. But I ain't got time to make no drink. I just grab this and just set everything up. You know what I'm saying? Mm. But I hope you had a very productive week. Yes, oh my God, you are out of wine. Yes, I'm out of wine, girl. Even all my wine in my wing box is gone. I got no more wine. I was like, oh my God, I ain't got no more wine. What should I be drinking tonight? I have rum. I have Crown Royal for Christmas gift, but I don't drink any brown liquor. So uh, I love his dub. I've been doing work. Same here. I've been working. I'm now getting some students from a other platform that I'm working on to. I'm just now doing some meet and greet consultations, but and doing group classes. So far, doing good. And I just kind of like tried my best to keep myself busy at nights. I think that's like one of the issues with me because I usually during the week I usually have nothing to do at night and except for the show on Fridays, but I made my days available to do the show and that gives me a chance to like relax and have a good time for that. Um because it's Friday nights. That's supposed to be a turn up. Nobody got time for that. Teaching responsibility was going to I don't even know who, but I know who registered and stuff like that. So let's see and cross your fingers who will show up. I don't know who at the moment. I only know how many people registered um, in the class. So this is going to be very interesting. It's kind of like my way of kind of like a consultation. Um, those that just want to interested in taking private lessons you that's kind of like this class is kind of like my assessment based on what song you sing to me, and I will know, okay, what does this person needs to improve, what techniques that will help, and all this other stuff. So oh, I already know that. But there's one student that I had that don't even know his vocal range and didn't even know what key he was singing. I was in here like, what key are you singing on this song? Because I was still trying to figure it out. Like during this whole thing, it was like completely. But that was some one of the things that like he loves to sing, but he doesn't even know how to sing before. Don't have no type of music theory. That's kind of like basic things to know when it comes to singing and properly using instrument as a singer. Well,
Hi.
anywho, my guest has pulled up, and based on what I'm seeing on my little platform here, got her hair all sleek. She looking all pretty and stuff. So, without further ado, ladies and gents, please welcome my guest tonight, Jennale Adams.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Sean. How are you? It's been so long.
Good. I know. I miss
Oh,
you.
I miss you too. How's music and everything been going with you?
Well, I'm going good. I'm planning on releasing some new songs throughout
Oh,
the
that's
summer.
amazing.
So
That's
this is gonna
awesome.
be it's gonna be something that I have never done before. It's like a bunch of songs that I created spontaneously that a lot of people don't think that, oh, she doesn't sing ratchet music. She doesn't be singing sexual songs. What is in love songs? But
Oh,
if they
wow.
pay attention, if they pay attention, I did wrote a song "You" on my album. That's a love
Right,
song.
that's true. I remember
So
listening to it. It's really good.
thank you. But
Oh,
I've been seeing you, and I do be paying attention. I did show everybody your little performance back then when you played the song for Carlos Santana. You was
Oh,
playing,
wow. Thank you. I appreciate
and
that.
I told you I do be paying attention, and I take little clips and I put it on my shows.
Oh, I love that. It's such an honor to get to be here and talk to you and spend time. I feel like it's been too long since we talked.
I know it's a long overdue. Like it was like you interviewed me, now I got to return the favor.
I
So,
know.
because I'm like, you've been doing a lot. I am so proud of you. You've been playing with
Oh,
our
you're gonna make me cry.
my best friend actually saying, "Hi, Jennale, you are so pretty."
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
So our audience will be interacting with us throughout the show and asking any questions that they want to ask. And this show is completely no filter. We can curse, you
Okay.
can do whatever you want. This is my show. I can say and do whatever the hell I
I love it.
want. So usually I always start with let's get sipping. So you ain't sipping nothing, ain't you?
I'll probably get something, but I don't have anything with me right now. I just want to be clear and ready for you.
Because usually in my show, we wing stuff. We talk actually about nothing.
Oh, okay.
And also, I usually play games, and then
Okay.
sometimes it's kind of fun when you're a little faded sometimes. But I've seen a couple people,
Oh,
but it's fun.
oh,
But it's
okay.
about relaxation and have a good time and conversation and spilling tea. So
Oh, I love that. I love that. I'm just grateful to be a part of it. So I can't say thank you enough for letting me be on your podcast. And it's funny because I think it was during the pandemic we did the podcast together on Instagram when we
yeah,
talked. Yeah, so a lot has changed, but it's just so nice talking to you again.
I know. I'm like usually like ever since we talked and everything, and we did our little Zoom calls, and
Mhm.
and of course my rabbit was part of that situation.
Oh, I remember. How's your rabbit?
He's behind the couch now, but we do have.
Wait, it's a he? I thought it was a girl.
That's what I thought until I took him to the vet. It's like, oh, there's a boy. We found testicles.
Okay.
So,
Well.
but that was, but that's was really yeah, that happens because usually when they born and stuff, you don't even know it was a boy or girl or not until
Okay.
until you take them to the vet and actually is this really a boy or a girl?
Okay, cool. I
So,
mean, I never had like rabbits or anything like that, but
mhm.
I know they're awesome pets to have. They're very loving and affectionate. I heard they like to bite too. Is that true?
Oh, they like to bite on stuff, like chew on cords and cables. That's why I
Oh
had
God.
cord protectors. My
Oh
boyfriend
wow.
freaked out about an audio cable. He almost chewed on his gig bag, but it was
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
It wasn't. It didn't chew our instruments. Hallelujah.
Thank God.
It's just the bag. We had to
Well,
hide
that's good.
stuff. It's just the bag, but it was like the little bit from the straps and stuff. I'm like lavender,
Oh
no.
my gosh. Those things are expensive too. So,
Yeah.
I have two Pomeranians, so I know how they can like to get into things and like chew up. Like I think my smallest one, he's about 5 years old. His name is Toby, and his favorite thing to do is to steal my socks and to steal like my strings, like the string packs I have, like that I get from PRS or from any company. He likes to come into my drawers and steal them. So pets are something else.
Yeah, he's behind the couch now, but there's a segment I call the bunny cam because the audience wants to see more lavender all the time. So once he pops up in the frame because I have two additional cameras and I'm still working on this kinks and
Oh, I love that.
trying to have him show up. Usually I have a little special secret weapon, his little treats.
Oh,
He
treat.
he would come out here because he was bothering me earlier, and I had to put my feet up because he usually I have my shoes off and I have my socks. He's obsessed with my socks, so I had
Oh
to
my
put my
God. I don't know what
feet
it
up.
is with pets and socks.
I don't know. I don't
Like
know.
my dogs, one of their worst habit is stealing underwear. Like I don't know why they like to steal socks and underwear, but I don't know.
And speaking of lavender, he's right here begging. Really?
Oh,
You really begging? Begging? Okay, I'm gonna put the. So we have might as well start the bunny cam set, man, so you can take a look at him. And yes, yes, I got treats. Yes, I got treats. Let me put the camera, put the camera in here. Now I'm in this camera right here, and
oh,
blah, 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 be in the frame. See him?
oh, he's so cute. I love his ears.
Come on.
So adorable.
There you go.
Oh wow, he knows his treats.
Yeah, got his little apples and stuff like that.
Aw.
Usually, every single time, like I set up a camera to do like short videos or something like that for YouTube and stuff like that. He likes to come out and have his
Oh.
30 seconds of fame. So everybody has like you should have a buddy cam or something like that to see him and stuff. I was like, there you go. You got your 10 seconds of fame. Here
Oh,
you
look at the face. He's so cute.
see,
Looks
see
like a little
that
Pikachu.
that's what I think of him. But I think of him after from the show Harley, like Mokana.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that show. It's an anime?
Yeah, it's an anime. It's Harlic, and
Oh.
Mokana is kind of like that black little rabbit that always thinking about party and food.
Oh, that's cute.
My friend said he was running circles around him while he was recording. He came up to my came over my house and we was doing a song we was recording, and Lavender comes
Mhm.
out and circles around the feet.
Oh, look at his little face. Oh my God. He's like, do you have more treats for me, Mom?
He
So
like
adorable. Oh my
circles
God.
he so circles around, and here you go. You should be on punishment. You shouldn't be
Aw.
today. But I
Did he
decided
do something bad today?
yes. He's in here.
Should I ask?
No, you can I tell him like he be woke up in the morning. He left little gifts on my couch, but it's okay. It wasn't like really serious, but I knew it was, kind of like his protesting. I'm like, Mom, can you clean my list
Oh,
for
okay.
me?
Oh my gosh.
So
That's so funny.
that is
That's like with my dogs. Like when my Pomeranians, like when they're hungry in the morning,
Mhm.
they'll like turn over their bowls on purpose.
Mhm.
And sometimes when they don't want to eat and they want to go out for a walk, they'll turn over their full bowls of food, and then I have to clean up that and the cage, and it's a lot. Like they're honestly babies,
Yeah,
not just pets.
yeah, they are babies. He
Mhm.
kind of behave more better than my crazy kids sometimes because
Oh,
to be,
oh my
to
god.
be honest, he actually does. I'm like out of him
Oh.
and two of my other kids, he's more well relaxed and content. He doesn't complain. I always
Mm.
think that I should become a buddy because adulting sucks.
Oh my god. Let's that could be a whole podcast why adulting sucks. Like, come on. Like, if I knew when I was a kid that the amount of bills I would have, or like the amount of money that I would need that I would not have all the time, like I would enjoy being a kid a lot longer.
Yeah,
So,
that's basically like I should go back in time and I wish I was when I was a kid.
hmm.
I don't have to deal with this mess, and now I have to deal with this. But what I heard when you told me when we first started met that you was the only person in your family that pursued music in
Yeah.
as your career. Like, how did your family support you into this aspiration?
Um, Honestly, I think when I initially started, I think I was about 15 years old, and that was kind of like the groundwork when I was starting to take private lessons, and like learn how to teach myself a lot of the music that I love today. The only person I really had was my dad, because when he was my age, he had picked up the bass guitar. Like that was something that he would do as a pastime when he was in the military during the Vietnam War. Like when he had downtime, he would play his bass. So when I was younger and I asked my dad, like, hey, I really want to play electric guitar, he was really the only person in my family to be like, okay, go ahead, you could do it. I believe in you. And, whatever you need, I'll support you. As I've gotten older, and a lot of my family has realized like music is really the only thing that I actually love, that I will actually stick with. I think they've kind of like reluctantly finally accepted it as like, this is just who I am, this is my personality. I have to be a musician. I don't think if I was anybody other than me that I could pursue anything outside of music. You know what I mean? Like that's just like my, like if you cut me, it's music that's gonna come out of me. Sorry, my sister's texting me. But yeah, so it was definitely my dad growing up. And I mean he was there for everything. Every lesson that I took, every gig that I had, my dad was in the front row cheering me on. So that was such a blessing. Um I think when I found out that I was going to be endorsed with PRS Guitars for the Pulse Artist program, my dad was the first person I told. And he was just kind of like, he was like, this is like full circle for you. This is something you've always wanted. He was so proud. So I have to say it was my dad. I'm so lucky that he's always been there for me for everything. And even as I've gotten older and I'm like eventually going to have a family of my own soon, my dad is still always the person who's there to be like, don't forget, as much as we can get caught up with our lives and like things that we have, music is who you are. So don't let that be neglected, no matter what you decide to do. So yeah.
Oh, almost got me teary eyed, but that guy got no makeup on. But yeah. Speaking of gigs, you have performed a couple times with our girl Gabby, the Two Let's Get,
Yeah.
where Tula's gay, Tula's gay,
I
and which
love
I
Gabby.
yes
She's
I
like
get
my
like
big sister.
yeah I actually just joined the Tulips game, so
Really? That's
hmm
amazing. Oh my god. Do you plan on performing with Gabby soon? Like for any of her upcoming gigs?
well anything I can't really say a lot right now. So far I have something for next month dealing with the
Oh, that's
girls rock
amazing.
camp. So
That's
so,
awesome.
so far that's like the start of a new business relationship. um
That's awesome.
but you have performed a lot with her while she was in New York, from the solo act premiere to the so far sound performance, acoustic
Hmm.
performances and stuff. What was like performing with her?
Oh my gosh. I mean, the funny thing is when I started playing guitar, or picking up any instrument, I was one of those musicians where it was like, I want to play by myself. I want to be solo. I want to just, do the whole thing by myself. Once I started getting into bands and started playing with other like-minded musicians and other people that really inspired me, like Gabby, it just became this thing where it's like I just feel so much more in love with what I do, with performing with people who I love and admire. So to get the opportunity to perform those gigs with her, it was like I had to pinch myself, like, oh my God, is this really happening? Is she really gonna let me perform with her? I got to give my best, and at the same time, I wanted to enjoy it because I take the time to perform for these shows and these gigs. The night it happens, and as soon as the show is over, it's done. You got to think about the next thing to do.
Mm.
So it was definitely a beautiful experience. She plays more like grunge style music and like rock, like more like Kurt Cobain, which was a little different for me because I had to learn all of her music to perform with her for all those gigs. But it was good. It was enjoyable. It was fun. It felt like I was playing with my sisters. It was just a great time. So I was tremendously grateful to perform with her.
Yes, playing with an all um, female band, especially women of color, is like one
Yeah.
of the best experience.
Yeah.
Is the best experience for you. It's also a best experience for me. When I played for an artist in Philly recently, she um, passed away.
I'm
But
sorry to hear that.
yeah, but she broke my female band cherry, and she made me stepped out and made me a better guitarist. And even though it was like rock soul, she got the hardcore. I'm like the nice and sweet, pretty every
Yeah.
time I play. That's kind of like what you do. Like
Yeah.
when Gabby plays very grunge and rock and hard,
Yeah.
I had to play all nice and pretty and like.
No, it was different because I wasn't used to that style of music, but at the same time, being a musician, you just want to jump into everything. You don't really mind the challenge. So, but yeah, yeah. But I'm sorry to interrupt you
No, that's
about.
okay. But that's okay. But speaking of all female band, that led me to a little thing I called a a song review. Play
Oh,
a song from an artist and comment what you think. Um, you already probably don't even know about this all female group, Lady.
no, I don't think so.
Well, we know two members of that band. You know,
Really?
Ari O'Neill.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, she's badass. She played with Beyonce.
Yup, she's in that band, and Sori plays the bass.
I feel like I
Sori,
know that name.
you know,
Where,
Sori Apple's bass.
I think so.
Instagram.
If I see her, oh my God, I know who you're talking about. I can't believe I just went blank on her. Oh, that's so amazing.
They had a single that's out. They had like one video. Their music video for their single is out, and
Oh, nice.
they played with three very talented women, and the song called "Love Me Down." Uh,
Oh, wow.
and when I first heard this song, I heard the song yesterday. I saw the video yesterday, and it
Mhm,
gave me these flashback '90s R&B vibes.
mhm.
That kind of, but once you hear the song, you will probably go back to that. So I'm gonna play this song,
Okay.
then hopefully we can comment on what you think, um, what it sound like and everything. So here is "Love Me Down" by Lady.
Let's just take our places. I'm not made to chase it. It's just human nature. When I let you love me down for conversations, we ain't gotta say shit. We've been through the basics.
I like it.
Come over and love me down, me down, me down, me down. If you only knew how I fuck with you, you wouldn't play these games. Oh no, baby, can't you see? I'll follow your lead. I can play different positions, but let you be the chef in the kitchen. I like that, I like that. Your whole body, you're my time. Don't waste that. I'll let you get in your bag. You got control, there's no cap. Focus on me, give me energy. You know I need all that. Let's just take our places. I'm not made to chase it. It's just human nature. When I let you love me down for conversations, we ain't gotta say shit. We've been through the basics. Come over and love me down. Don't you tease me, love me down. Take me, need me, love me down. Taste me, please me, love me down. We've been through the basics. Come over and love me down. I'm giving you green light. It's only right that I feed your ego. That's the one that I need though. I'm not afraid when you dominate, yeah, you turn me on. Turn me on. I never fight it, I let you drive it the way you want. I'm like that. Oh, like you. One time, don't waste that. I'll let you get in your bag. Got control, there's no cap. Give me energy, you know I need all that. Let's just take our places. I'm not made to chase it. It's just human nature. When I let you love me down for conversations, we ain't gotta say shit. We've been through the basics. Come over and love me down. Don't you tease me, won't you love me down? Take me, need me, love me down. Taste me, please me, love me down. We've been through the basics. Come over and love me down. We've been through the basics. Come on over, love me down.
Oh, I
So,
like that. That
yeah,
was really good. I was listening for the guitar parts. I'm like, where's it gonna come in? And then it came in nice at the end, like with the little
yeah,
arpeggiated section. That was really good. It
yeah,
definitely gives me like,
yeah, Ori killed it.
yeah, she sounds amazing. Like I didn't know she could sing so beautifully.
No,
She sounds kind of like Brandy and Summer Walker to
that
me.
wasn't her singing.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh,
It was five girls, and two of the girls were singing. I forgot their
oh
names.
wow.
I think one of them was Chris, and there was another singer that she plays keys. That's also sings.
Oh,
So I think of them as kind of like the female version of Mint Condition.
okay. Yeah,
Cause that's what
I
I
get
was
that vibe.
thinking when I was hearing the song yesterday, and I'm like, I'm getting some '90s vibes. It kind of reminds me, Mint Condition had that band playing together, all singing and stuff, and this is kind of similar to that. But
Mm-hmm.
when I talked to them, they were live on Instagram when the
Oh
single
wow.
the single came out, and they was asking some questions. I was asking a bunch of questions. I was like, okay, I got to think of between frets. Hopefully, they can join the show for the next podcast season.
Yeah, they sound amazing.
Um, I told them like what was their creative process when they started creating and working on music and stuff like that. They had this great producer that trusted them to collab together, come up with different ideas and stuff like that. What parts go here and what does it sound like vocally and
Mm-hmm.
they really like did a great job with the creative
Yeah.
process. Like I am so proud of them. Like watching them from YouTube and getting noticed playing for Beyonce and Lizzo,
Yeah. Oh my
SZA.
gosh. Oh, I forgot Ari plays with SZA. Like I saw her on I think Saturday Night Live in the background, like playing for um what's the song? Shirt? That's the name of
Yeah,
the song by SZA, right?
yeah,
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Like to see her from like her growth and her like her star just keeps rising. So that's amazing. The song is
yeah,
really beautiful. It sounds like it definitely gives 90s R&B vibes, but like it still has like that Summer Walker kind of
yeah,
tone in the SZA and like the Brandy, but it was really beautiful.
yeah.
It's a really
Quick,
good song.
quick, if you're still watching, Ari O'Neil is from the DMV. He's a rapper that I work with, and
Hmm.
he's from Maryland. So so when find some lot of I've been finding a lot of artists in the DMV era, um,
Hmm.
kind of like a you know connections. That's more I get more connections down there than up here. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I I'm just very happy for these ladies. I'm very
Oh,
like actually working their way up. Seeing
yeah.
seeing like for Ari, for instance, that was like the first out of all five of these ladies in this group, Ari was like the first person I kind of like almost followed on Instagram, because when
Hmm.
she started joining female go-go band Belladonna, she
Oh,
was like the new guitarist in place with a previous
right.
guitarist that I know, and watching her killing the solos, twerking while she's with the guitar.
She did. I saw a couple of those videos. She's something else. But she's fantastic though. Like her skills are phenomenal. I love the way she plays. And the one thing I like about Ari is she always looks so comfortable when she's performing. It looks
Yeah,
effortless every time she performs. I think even with SZA and with Beyonce for sure, she was just so relaxed and just so herself and just she just let go and played. So that was really cool to see her. And
yeah,
also to see a woman of color playing guitar was also like a really big thing because I'm sure when you started, just like when I started, you didn't see a lot of women of color playing or
no,
black women or any kind of women playing. It was mostly men you would see a lot. So for that alone was still something that was kind of like mind blowing for me when I saw artists like her and like Gabby on Instagram and YouTube and things like that.
yeah, she is. Mm, God, I just had to. I just like, dang, I wish I can twerk like her with the guitar in my hand.
Okay. I mean, it's never too late to learn. If that's something you really
I
want to do, I'll support you.
I
I
can
can't
twerk.
twerk for nothing,
I
so
can
I
twerk
don't try.
like the guitar. It's just that that is blocking the stomach. I can't bend over like that. But it
That's why I love playing the guitar. Like if you have those days where you're like bloated, nobody would know because they can't see because
was
the guitar is covering it. That's why I like being a guitar player because like there's some days where like women we go through stuff and we're just not like like toned in that day. So sometimes the guitar is good at hiding that, which is cool.
yup. You can even hide other things with the
Hmm.
guitar.
Hmm. Very true.
I really like them. Like I really like your photography skills. I saw
Oh,
some of
thank
your
you. You're so
when I saw
sweet.
your pictures. You had like great lighting. You know your lighting. Pictures came out beautiful.
Thank you. To be honest with you, most of that stuff, um, I kind of just learned by trial and error because I think when the pandemic hit and there was no photo studios to go to, there was no like places where they would want to take people in at that time to just do sessions like before. I
Mhm.
had to like learn everything myself. I had to invest in like backdrops and like cameras and lighting and it just became more relaxing to do it myself than have to rely on somebody else to get photos. um but I in the future I do want to start working with more photographers and building those connections because a lot of um like photography is like a whole nother art. Like
It
people
is.
who to that when that's their living, the vision that they have and the vision that you may have as an artist is two different things. So when you collaborate those talents, you can get beautiful photos and like give off a different energy. So sometimes it is better to work with people than just yourself. But I had to learn. So
Yeah, same thing with videos and editing.
yeah.
I had to do-
Mhm.
I do video editing for a living because I took classes for it, and that was like my main focus was multimedia. And
Right.
I was like, okay, since we can't do no performances, we had to do some videos in your own
Yeah.
house.
Oh my God. That's the
I,
one thing I don't really enjoy as much. I don't mind doing it because it's for the sake of like, putting out content. You can't let anything stop you from wanting to share your gifts and inspire other people. But
yeah,
at the same time, sometimes I would like to record in a space that is not my home and my dogs are not walking in front of the camera and I got to edit them out. So,
same
you
thing.
know,
Like I don't want to
mhm.
be performing, and I had cables on the floor. Then my rabbit comes out. I had to pick the thing up so he won't chew on the cables,
Right.
and then he comes in blocking, hitting the tripod of my camera.
Oh my God.
It's like, Jesus, it's just
Right. That's why one take will take like 2 hours because there's always something like in the way. If it's not the doorbell ringing, it's one of your pets or my pets knocking down something. So I know what that's like. It
You
can
know,
be a lot.
it's just usually like, Mom, I want treats. Mom, I want treats. I'm gonna circle around you until you give me some treats. So,
Oh my God.
and his hypnotizing mind control with his cuteness, it's just a ugh. I was
He's
like,
adorable. Oh my God. If I want a rabbit in the future, I'm definitely gonna hit you up and be like, hey, how do I be a good rabbit mommy? I don't know what to do yet,
mhm.
but I'll just see because I don't know. It looks like a lot of work.
It takes when you have a rabbit as a pet, it's a big commitment. You need to have like a commitment for at least 14, 15-year commitment on having a rabbit.
Oh wow.
If you raise them properly, they will probably live longer than 14, 15 years, depending
Oh
on.
wow. That's like a whole child.
Oh yes. And my rabbit about to be 2 next month, so
Oh, that's crazy. Look how much time has passed because I was talking to you. We were doing a podcast together when you first got lavender. So that's crazy.
yeah. And we would did the Zoom and we start doing our mentoring sessions.
Yes, I know. I was supposed to call you more often than I did, but
I
it's just,
still got
life.
I still got the song, even though I upgraded my program. It's still there.
Really?
Yes, I still
Oh,
did.
I love it.
We only did so far 2 songs. We always had two songs, and
I know. I hope we were gonna do like maybe like a whole record together, but like stuff happened and like, family issues and things like that. So I wasn't able to come back and work on with you again. But
yeah,
hopefully like when things get better, I'll definitely reach out to you and we'll start working on those songs again. Because I think we had a lot of good ideas, like collaborative ideas, and I learned a lot from you on how to record, how to arrange music in the way when you're trying to master something, which was really cool.
yeah. When you start mixing and master, that's a whole different monster. Like
Yeah,
stems, you have to make sure the certain frequency is right, and make sure it doesn't overpower everything, and
right,
EQing and like have different frequencies and make sure that's balanced and everything.
right.
I learned that more. Um, Not my friend K Quit, but just also my boyfriend. He's also an engineer as well, and
Oh wow, you won the lottery.
I know. It's just like this is what happens when you have someone in a relationship that we met from Facebook and actually played in band for a couple of years, and actually been next month will be 6 years we've been together. So
Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations.
I'm
And it's also like, what is that like having a partner who's a musician? That must feel like you have it must feel like you have a best friend and a teammate at the same time who understands you.
yeah, it's kind of hard to have someone that gets you because past relationships I had that are not musicians, they didn't get it. They didn't
Yeah,
get
I know what that's like.
how bad we had to work so hard to get to the success that we have to, like the success that we need to get. So
Right.
with someone that that deals with music, that understands you and actually believes in you and kind of like your support
Yeah.
system in that matter, that that also gives you tips and helps you out, like I'm happy about that. I'm happy. Like
Oh.
sometimes we like how we did a podcast for Between Frets about this couples and music, and
Oh.
we talk about there are times there's some things that we know how to separate um the relationship, like personal relationship to the business. When it comes to business, we're more focused, we get things done, we don't waste any time. But when outside of music, we don't bring the work in the relationship. That
Well,
bring
that's good.
it brings like very chaotic, that we don't have no balance there, and don't
Right.
no certain separation when it comes to having a relationship, and you also in the same profession, that profession.
Right.
So we have
Yeah.
to learn how to, we definitely like to communicate a lot because communication is key when it comes to relationships. And,
Mhm.
um, but also got to learn how to separate the stuff. There's sometimes
Yeah.
like during like when we work together, there's some things that we don't like. It's kind of hard. We bump heads on things like when it comes to um there's some things that he pushed me out of my comfort zone.
Oh wow.
Especially when creating, I usually bring my book and I just write down like words or something like that because I got to remember what I have to say. Otherwise, I forget.
Right.
But he's like,
Right.
"Don't bring your book." I was like, "Don't bring my book. I feel naked without my book." So
Like
So
it was your clutch. Like it was something that
it was a
you
clutch, and
right.
when he has to record our creative process, and he taught me how to, think out loud.
Right.
Because usually when I write stuff, I usually keep it to myself and write things down and then record. But
Hmm.
I be having ideas. I just grab my mic and just randomly say some things or some sounds or like a hook idea.
Right.
And so far it's been going good because I was like, I feel so naked without my book. I need to remember what the hell I say.
No, same. Like usually when it comes to like lyrics and things like that, if it's something that's for the moment,
Mhm.
I'm gonna forget it within 2 minutes. I have to write stuff down.
Yeah.
So like I get it.
So when
Yeah.
you actually have something that you're actually recording the whole creative process, good. You
Right.
can actually run back and remember what you said. So I was like, oh, good, because that's I figure it out. I understand now
Right.
because when you recording and you're not thinking and you recording stuff, that's the problem. I always think to myself and not think out loud, especially me working part of a production team and me being part of that.
Hmm.
It was a process, but
Right.
I actually learned. He definitely pushed me out of it, especially guitar. There's some parts I had to do guitar parts in, and I sometimes was just messing around with some things and don't.
Hmm.
I was like, what the hell did I do? Like, what chords I was playing? I don't remember that. And
Yeah. Guitar could be like that. Like it's not like no disrespect to piano players, but sometimes you'll hit a string on the guitar and you don't know where it came from.
mm,
And you're trying to sit there and like remember like, okay, what did this sound like? And that's why repetition is key most of the time.
yeah,
But I can see like when you're in the studio and you're recording, it's like, no, I have to get this all done now because I'm not gonna remember it later.
hmm
It's weird. But yeah, I get that. That's really sweet though that you have somebody, who just really pushes you and supports you and they're in your field. I can't say how much that's a blessing, you
yeah.
know?
He's my support system. He kind of like my roadie slash
Uh,
buddy because sometimes Philly people be trying it, and
really?
I had sometimes certain places that I was scared that I think they were skeptical to go, and
Hmm.
I didn't bring my guitar because thank God I have my voice live and stream because I have my backing tracks in it, and
Right.
I just grabbed that and my mic and went to that event. That last performance I did was that mini fest performance,
Right. I remember you telling me about it.
and it was very skeptical in West Philly, and I was like, I'm not bringing my guitar. I don't want my guitar being stolen, especially my Telecaster. And
Oh God.
thank God I didn't have my PRS at the time because I
Oh
never.
my gosh. No, like listen, I live in New York, okay? And the two gigs that I had with Gabby, um, I'm pretty sure I had a slum it on the MTA in New York, the subway.
Mhm,
And when I tell you I almost died because I had my PRS with me. And the thing with New York and, riding the subway, people don't understand personal space. And
mhm,
they don't understand that you're carrying a precious object to you that is your instrument. So a lot of times people want to be close to you. They want to bump your instrument. They want to sit right next to you when you have a little space on the train to put your gig your gig bag right there. So I understand that. A lot of times most of the time during those two gigs, I think I almost had a heart attack carrying my guitar. And I was like, never again. I don't care how much an Uber costs. I'd rather take that than almost lose my baby. So,
I'd rather just well take a Lyft or Uber,
yeah.
especially.
Sometimes I love my guitar a little more than my man. So it's like, so it's like, I don't really want to lose my guitar. I love him.
I
But,
feel you on that. I feel you on that.
I mean,
'Cause
he's
I
going to
was
kill me if he sees this, but it's fine. It's fine. He knows. He would say the same thing about his cars. So it's fine.
yeah, same thing with men with their cars, and John be the same thing. I'm like, I got these bases, and like these are my babies. They even have names for them. I'm like, okay, I have names on my guitars too, but they like children. There's more babies in this house other than my kids, my rabbit. Our bases and our guitars are also our kids.
Yeah, that's true. Your instruments are definitely an extension of yourself. So, it's almost like like whenever I pick up my guitar, I don't know if you relate to it this way also when you play, you feel like you're becoming that person every time you pick up that guitar.
Yeah.
Like every other day of the week you're Sean, but when you pick up your PRS or your Telecaster, you're Sean Marshall. Like you're that girl, you know.
Yeah, I'm to be honest, I haven't. I don't see the last time I picked up my guitar. Last time I picked up my guitar was last week when I was
Okay, that's not that bad.
working on my song because I had to add guitar parts into it. But but that was like the first time in couple months. After,
Months?
yeah, I was busy with work and stuff, and you know,
Oh yeah.
motherly duties.
No, I can't imagine because a lot of times, like, I talk about this with a lot of my other friends. Being a mother, that is like a whole job within itself. I'm not a mom yet, but someday when I will become a mom, I know that's going to be like on the agenda more so than anything else. So I understand.
Yeah, I know I'm slipping. I'm mad, but I'm slipping.
It's okay. You're human. Sometimes creative breaks are a good thing. Like, living life and then coming back and
Hmm.
working on music is also a good thing too.
Yeah, because I was like, I had that idea for almost 2 weeks, and
Oh,
finally
wow.
this week I actually started laying it down. Like
Oh,
when I did
wow. That's
that video
great.
clip of me doing these harmonies, that was from
Hmm.
part of the song in my vision.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And I was like, okay, now I need to hear the tempo in my head. And I was hearing the tempo, and then I was trying to find the tempo, and then I was hearing the guitar progression, kind of like almost like this mellow vibe ish. And then it was definitely was a love song because I
Right.
was thinking when I was playing the chord progressions and stuff like that, it was so beautiful. And
Oh.
add a little percussion here and there, and it was like almost like the acoustic vibes that I had never did a song on it, like acoustic vibe. Really, I didn't. So so I decided to use my head brush because it has an acoustic simulator
Mm-hmm.
on it, and I just like played around with acoustic chords and stuff like that, and it gave me that vibe and all I need right now is writing the lyrics. I have bits and pieces and words, but I did not have the full or what the title of the song yet. But
Hmm.
that was one of the songs I was planning on releasing that during the summer. I will
Oh,
hope
I can't wait.
I'll
I
try.
can't wait to hear it.
I'll try to.
Everything you make is beautiful. What was the song you released on, I think like 2 years ago? It was a single.
It was self destruct or work.
Yes, self-destruct. Self-destruct. I remember that you were breaking down your creative process to me, and I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, you have a riff
I
that
play
been playing
guitar. That's very difficult.
that riff that playing in your head for 5 years, and sometimes
That's crazy.
sometimes things that been going, these ideas will be stuck on your head and let it marinate until you right like create laying everything down that was in your like when you visualize it and you hearing it in your head constantly over and over and over again. That's kind of like
Right.
how my creative process is. Usually when
Oh.
I have these random ideas, I was like, hold up, play that again, and so my brain can so it can marinate into my brain, and so it constantly playing over and over, even in my sleep.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Sometimes, one time when I hear in my dreams, in my sleep, I got up like 6 o'clock in the morning, got my laptop, and start creating a song that early in the morning in my bed, in my laptop. My
Oh,
boyfriend
wow.
looked at me like, you got it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Like I'm up anyway in this hour. I'm getting his ideas in my head. I'm narrowing it down right now. So that's the first time you doing that this early in the morning. You don't do that till later in the morning. I'm like, yeah, till I get my coffee, but I needed to get it down now.
Like the music was calling you, so you had to just put it down.
Yeah, I did that like before I fed lavender that morning.
Oh,
No,
wow.
it was yeah, it was before I fed lavender that morning. It was like almost close to being 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow. He eats that early? Sorry.
I usually be up early anyway, like around 5 ish. I'll
Oh,
be.
wow. I'm sorry. I'm not an early bird. I'm like some of the other musicians that are night owls. I can't be an early bird. I don't know what 5 a.m.
Yeah, I usually wake up. I get ready to go to work, doing Instacart around like 6 or 7 o'clock in the
Oh,
morning.
nice.
just get the money, extra money in, and
Yeah, anything helps.
yeah, just get up, feed Lavender. He gets excited, like his good morning, good morning, good morning, and he gets excited with his breakfast. I sing his little song.
Oh, he has a song?
I was watching this rabbit YouTuber, Sincerely Cinnabon. He was like, dinner time, little bunny, dinner time. When I said, breakfast time, little bunny, breakfast time, he gets so excited.
Can you do it
Binkies,
now?
he did binkies over, jumping all crazy, excited by his food. I'm like, damn, can I have your energy? I ain't got my coffee yet.
Oh gosh.
So I had to put. He gets excited with his food. Same thing I do with dinner time. He knows it's dinner time. When I come out, he sits there patiently waiting for his food.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, he's so well behaved. I wish my dogs were well behaved. They're like you can't even say the word treat in front of them. They'll instantly know what you're talking about and expect treats.
oh,
Like
when
sometimes I can't.
I
Huh?
can't stick treats around him either.
Mm-mm. They
When I
don't know. Even if I want a treat for myself, like something for myself, I can't say it in front of them. They'll be like, "Where's my treat? What are you
I
getting for
can't,
me?
I can't have a
I
banana.
was good all day, right?"
I can't have
Huh?
I can't have a banana around him.
Mm-mm.
Every time I get bananas, and when I try to open a banana, he smells it and it's like, no, banana, please, give me my banana, please, 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 banana, banana.
You know what's
Like,
crazy though? Like, does he know where the kitchen is?
yeah, he knows what the kitchen is. He don't step foot in the kitchen like that.
Oh, okay. My dogs know where it is, so sometimes they're in there when I'm not in there looking for food. And I'm like, can y'all get out? Because I feed you. You're not gonna feed yourself. Come out.
And then he hears the ugly bag. Every time he hears
Mm-hmm.
bag, he thinks it's treats. I'm like, Lavender, it's not treats. It's just an empty paper bag.
Oh.
No,
Oh,
he's
can I ask you, like, how are your kids though? Like, what are they up to? Have any of your kids picked up instruments or showed interest in music like you?
well, actually, my son, he did garage
Oh.
band for school.
Oh wow, nice.
Now he's in advance, and they now have a summer project as creating an album using
Oh
garage.
wow. Very nice.
He says a lot of work. I was like, I know it's a lot of work. Do creating an album, you gotta make as much music as you can, and then you gotta narrow it down, like how many songs in the album. And
Mm-hmm.
it has to make sense. It has to be
Right.
like your album title has, the songs have to match well with the album and what's behind it and stuff like that. So he's gonna probably ask me and John some advice on some of the things when it comes to um how to pick the right songs and mixing it together and stuff like that. But he definitely likes to create the music from GarageBand, and I told him like some of the songs that he created, it was kind of good. It kind of reminds me of video games.
Oh wow, very nice.
So I was like, I told him like people get paid big bucks to have your music playing in video games. A lot of video game companies pay big bucks for that, and I be getting emails for those opportunities. So I told
Wow.
so I told him, if you want to like come up with an idea and pitch it to some people and stuff like that, that will give the opportunity for him to have his song play on some video games, especially like some cute games like Zelda or you
Yeah,
know.
he should. There's no time, like any time to start is now. Like, you don't wait, especially while he has the desire to do it. You should definitely jump on that. That's really awesome.
Yeah, so he already got his summer project. So he got to the end of the summer to create this album. So
Oh,
he
very
want
nice.
to do that before he starts getting a summer job.
He's getting a job. How old is your son?
He be 16 next month.
You have a 16-year-old?
I'm about to
Get
have a
out.
16-year
Oh
old
my
son.
God. I thought he was like 9.
No, my daughter is 11. She just
Oh
graduated fifth
wow.
grade, and now my
Oh,
son is about to be 16.
oh
And
wow.
then I told him like, okay, your 16th birthday is coming up. What do you want to do on your birthday? Because it's big. He's like, um, I want to go to Noodle House where they have like this restaurant in Lansdale, Noodle House. They have robotic waiters
Oh, very
and
cool.
anime playing all the TVs throughout in the whole restaurant, playing nothing but anime.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's his day.
Yeah, I heard about it. I want to try because I love anime too. And
What's your favorite anime?
I definitely love Holic.
Okay.
Um, I like Black Butler.
Hmm.
There's this anime from Netflix, and it's I forgot the name. Oh, Carol and Tuesday.
Okay, I think I heard of that. Do you like Demon Slayer though? Like everybody loves Demon Slayer.
I heard about Demon Slayer. I haven't get a
You
ch-
haven't watched?
I haven't get a chance to watch that yet.
You gotta watch it. Like, I mean, if you don't like gore and blood, you could skip it. But it's nice. It's a nice storyline. I shouldn't say it's a nice storyline. It's an interesting storyline. You know, it makes sense with the title. But it's one of those animes that like keep you on the edge of your seat. My brother is super into anime and Japanese cartoons, so he got me hooked. So that's pretty much what I watch most of the time nowadays. But it's really good.
Yeah, Lavender. I ain't got no treats right now. Really, what bugging, begging again? He's this mind control.
Oh my god, is he giving you the ears like, hey mom,
Don't bite my damn.
please give me the treat?
Don't bite my cord. Um, here, here. Take this apple and hop away. Good boy. he was sometimes he'd be getting up and I was like, get down, 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 Lavender. Does that every time, especially when I'm starting like teaching, doing lessons and stuff. And every time, like especially my group class, and every time I do my group class and talking and my therapy sessions, every time he comes out, like, Lavender, this is not the time. Nope. So I had to put my feet up because with my feet, he's obsessed with my feet.
He bites your feet?
He doesn't bite my feet. Is like especially my socks. I'm wearing my sneakers right now, but oh now you're coming right back. I ain't got no
Oh gosh.
seriously. I'm not giving you no more treats. You're technically on punishment. You ain't getting no more treats. Take it easy on the sugar. All right? Go loaf for something. Be like a loaf of bread, like you always do. You're already content and happy. No, I'm not giving you no more treats. Down, down.
He's so cute. You should put him on the rabbit cam, the lavender cam again.
Okay,
So you can see him.
I'll put it on there. He's actually on the frame, so good.
Oh, he's in there.
Yeah, he's right there.
Let me see.
Yeah,
He's so cute. I can't get over his ears. His
yeah,
ears are tremendously adorable. They're just like, Mom, I'm a good rabbit. Give me another treat. Come
yeah.
on.
Like those ears, like he thought was somebody was coming over, and you was calling me in the Zoom. It's like dun dun, and like
He's just so cute. Like, does he know his name like by heart?
yeah, I call him Lavender. Sometimes I call him Dukes. Lavender, Dukes.
Aw, he just wants to be with you. He's so cute.
There we go, good boy. Here we go. Yeah, rabbits are very
Aw,
social animals.
he's adorable.
You're not
Oh,
no.
he's hopping away.
Yeah, he's trying to get a little bit closer. The dog I had treats in my hands.
Oh,
It's just my hand.
he's like, damn it. She's playing with me again. No treats for me right now. Let me just hop away.
How about chew on some hay? Stay on your high fiber diet. Eat some hay. I ain't got that. Okay, there you
He's
go.
so cute. I love his color. He has such a beautiful black fur. Very, really, really nice. I like it. Very shiny.
Yeah,
It's really adorable. If
but
I ever decide to get a rabbit, I'll ask you. I'm still a little like, I don't know.
yeah.
Because I'm scared of them biting me.
They usually don't bite. Wait until they get to like or maybe 6 months, because that's
Uh-huh.
when they become like their puberty.
Oh,
They probably be like their hormones raging. They probably like
oh wow.
aggressive, but he wasn't aggressive at all. At all.
Oh wow. Is he neutered?
No.
Oh wow. So that's pretty great for him to be very calm and relaxed. He must love your energy then.
Yeah, he every time we have clients coming over at the studio. Like every time we had clients, he comes out. He's like, okay, I feel the vibe, and you just come out here and just sit and chill. and just come out being newsy. But there's certain other people that we have over. He wasn't feeling nobody's vibe at all.
Oh.
It's like, I don't like you. I'm not coming out here. I'll wait till they gone.
Mm.
And when they left, he's like, oh, thank God I came out. At my
That's so
space.
cute.
It's like, who is this in my living room, in my space?
Aw.
But it takes a while, like getting them, free roam, practicing free roaming and stuff, and certain places that you got to create some boundaries.
Mhm.
But like he has his funny moments. Um, you have like this stuffed chipmunk. Is a
Wait,
the
was it
stuff?
a real? Was
No,
it real before?
it,
Okay, it's not taxidermy. Okay,
no,
cool.
it's
Because I was about to say like,
a stuffed it's a stuffed toy chipmunk.
okay.
And one time I was out in the living room and I was checking on him. He was humping on it.
Well,
It
listen,
well, at least he
we
got his
all
frustrations out, and as long as he's
we
not humping
all need
me,
to
my
hump
kids, or my
something.
man, I was okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I feel a little bad for the stuffed squirrel though, because
He didn't do anything. There was nothing going on. He was that thing was not violated throughout the whole entire situation. So no
I
rabbits or
mean,
stuffed chipmunks had been harmed.
well,
But
I mean, the chipmunk kind of was harmed. You know what I'm saying? He was,
it,
territory was marked, definitely.
no, it wasn't really like I didn't see anything. Like
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we all gotta get, some.
yeah,
So we can't judge. You can't judge
but at least
lavender.
but at least like he wasn't humping on any of us. Like wasn't humping on
Well,
me. Wasn't humping on
well,
my
that's good.
kids. Wasn't
Did
humping
he
my
ever do that to you guys?
no.
Well, that's good because sometimes when dogs do that, you got to look at them a little. But it's hormones though that usually make them like enticed to want to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's. I mean, you gotta get him another stuffed animal though. I feel like I feel like
He got
the
his
squirrel.
frustrations out, so that's all matters. I was like, what the heck he was doing? And I'm like, oh damn, my man don't do that. And then I was sitting here
It's
like,
funny because he looks so innocent. Like he just
yeah,
looks like a baby. So to hear that, nature was calling, it's
yeah.
it's very funny to think about. But that's really cute.
It's just like, oh my God, lavender, I can't, oh, I can't no more.
Like
No.
you're not my baby anymore. You want to do adult things. Go in the corner.
Yeah. Now he's in there chilling underneath the keyboard.
Oh,
He
I
like
love it. That's so cute.
he's our musical buddy. Like every time, like my boyfriend when he plays his piano and stuff, and he comes out, he feels so content and relaxed and just chills right next to the keyboard and
Oh,
just like hear the sound of the piano. He loves the sound of the piano. It's like every Sunday, me, him, and our other friend Vernon, we come together and have a production meeting, being creative. He
oh
comes
wow, I love that.
he sits and chill and relax. Like he likes that stuff. Like he can feel people's energy. Like rabbits can feel people's energy. And
Yeah.
I was like, dang, I did not know that when I found out that rabbits are great emotional support animals.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Oh,
so
that's great.
he's my official emotional support animal. I actually got information to have him as my emotional support, and it's also tax deductible. Hallelujah.
Hey, listen, every little thing helps. So that's really great.
So any medical expenses and food and everything, tax deductible on an emotional support animal. Whew.
That's great. If I knew that, I would have did that for my dogs because every dollar counts. Dog food is, expensive.
Yeah,
Like
like
pet
dog,
food is expensive. Everything for them, like they're our babies, so it's worth it. But it does add up. So,
and yeah, compared to that, rabbits are more cheaper than dogs to raise.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
for a year, it's like no more than 5,000.
Really,
The hay
that's
is
great.
cheap. The hay is cheap. The food is cheap. They can eat organic spring mixed lettuce that you get from a supermarket.
Oh, nice. That's
And so,
great.
but from estimation from dogs and cats, you have to spend like over 20, 25, 30,000
Hmm.
dollars a year.
Yeah, it's true.
So
Because
I was like,
I think vet bills alone are like the majority of that cost. Making sure they have their shots and that they're okay to go outside and mingle with other dogs, things like that. Um, and also, I think a big thing. I don't know if it's New York, but other states. I think a big thing is I can't think of the virus right now, but it's like a disease where like one dog will smell another dog, and damn, I can't think of it. Parvo. There you go. One dog like smells another dog, and they can pass on the virus to each other. And then it's one of those things that really damages their immune system,
oh,
and it can cause them to die like within a couple days or something like that. I don't know the actual facts about it, but my sister worked at a veterinary clinic, and that was one of the common cases dogs would come
what is
down
like
with
COVID for
parvo, and it's
dogs?
very
What is like
contagious.
COVID for dogs?
I mean, I guess kind of,
Oh
yeah,
God.
because it's very aggressive on their immune system, and it can weaken them very quickly. So um, yeah, I think usually like puppies tend to be most vulnerable for that, but they still give bigger dogs the vaccine because when you go out to the park and they mingle and they smell each other, you could still get it.
Oh,
The dogs can get it, not
oh,
people.
thank God.
Yeah, no, no, no. It's not something people can get. It's definitely for a dog thing, but it's still very devastating for pet owners who do have pets. Yeah.
So the questions that you asked me back then, I probably might gonna do a little reverse.
Okay, you can ask me anything.
Mm. And people at home watching and tuning in, make sure if you have any questions, you can comment as well. Um, what is your dream collaboration?
Oh wow. Let me see. I mean, definitely Santana. Like he's like my idol. So I mean, it would be something that I would like to do. Just to meet him, just to be like, thank you for letting your music be like the soundtrack to my life. As an artist, I definitely want to play with Santana. I think for the sake of um someone so different than me, like musically, and I just love his music. I would definitely love to play guitar for the weekend. I think he's really out of the box. Like he's just, I don't know. He he seems like he has different parts of him in his music. Like there's a darkness to
Mhm.
him, and like that toxic boy they like to use when they talk about the weekend. But I think artistically he knows to make music that sounds good to the ear. So I would love to play guitar for him. I think another artist that I really enjoy because she's so comfortable with herself and making other women feel comfortable is Lizzo. I think she would be such a cool person to collaborate with. Joe Satriani. Uh, he's another one of those artists that I listened to when I was learning guitar who really made me feel like you can make your guitar talk if you wanted to. If you take the time to learn how to use pedals, learn how to really express yourself through your instrument, he really made that kind of like the blueprint for me. Um, I would love to play with Gabby again, like 100 times over, because she's amazing. She's just such a powerhouse, and she's so confident and so she just loves uniting women and making us feel seen, especially women of color, which is something that's very, to this day is very difficult in the industry as musicians to get the acknowledgement and the appreciation. So I love that about her. Um, Let me see. I think I might have one more. Um, hmm. I mean, if he was here, Prince, obviously, but he's not here. Yeah, he was like, I was so in love with Prince's music growing up, and adult, like growing up into an adult, and like every time I try not to think about him because he was one of those artists in my head. I was like, I know I'm gonna meet Prince. I know I'm gonna see him. I know I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna ask him about guitar and music, and like to realize that so many years have passed and he has been gone. It's just like I don't like to think about it, you know. So Prince was on that list, and um, I think that's it for right now, so far. Yeah.
Ooh, good. So you got your dream collaborations. What is your I would say, what is your goal in the next 5 months
Next 5 months.
as a
Hmm.
musician? What are you going to do in the next five?
Um. Let me see. I definitely want to put out some singles. I think that's what a lot of people have been asking me for. Like, how come you haven't put out any original music yet? How come you just keep putting out covers and things like that? And I'm like, I have a lot of original music that I don't like to release because I feel like it's very personal. I feel like every time I work on a song, I become a different person. So until I figure out like what I'm trying to say with my music, um, then I will put out like a cohesive album. But I think when I feel brave enough and I feel like I'm okay with what I recorded and I feel confident enough, I probably will release some original music.
My advice to you on that when you release music, always know your timings. There's always
Yeah.
timings when you're trying to release a song. Like when I try to do release Self Destruct and I know the story behind the song, I said, why don't I just
Hmm.
do it on New Year's Day? Because everybody want their slates clean at the New Year's Day and New Year's resolutions and
Right.
all that stuff. You might as well self destruct all that now.
Right.
So you always got to have those perfect timings. Yeah, those certain timings. Like there are a certain time, like a certain song that you have that kind of fit right on the timing that's out here. Like
Hmm.
when it's summer and it's like this hot girl summer ish stuff, and there's my
Yeah.
winter cuffing season, um, Valentine's Day, always all the way about love, and
Hmm.
and stuff like that. You always got to learn your timings and make sure
Yeah.
you do your legal and stuff before you release those stuff.
Yeah. That is like a big thing. With a couple of friends I have, they didn't take the time to go to the copywriting office or go through the copywriting process of their music, and they had experienced some people stealing their stuff. So that is another big issue when it comes to like putting out your original
Mhm.
stuff. A lot of my friends use SoundCloud and like they put up their ideas and things like that. But I personally feel like if I'm gonna put out music on those platforms, it has to be finished, it has to be copywritten, just to protect myself.
And always have a strategy plan.
Yes,
I learned
yes,
that
that's true.
from my mentor program. I was mentored by Nicole Buss uh, 2 years ago during the pandemic, and
Hmm.
my whole experience, it was a great experience ever. There was a bunch of stuff I didn't know. I had to learn how to create a marketing plan and also a
Oh
strategy
wow.
plan. And I was like, this marketing plan, it's like a term paper and slides. I'm in school all over again. That's what I felt
Right.
like. it
Can you give some like points of advice though, like how artists should market themselves?
well, a lot of people market themselves in different ways. There's with the marketing plan is very thorough. Your brand from
Right.
releasing your music, your overall style. Like that's why a lot of people do mood boards. So when
Right.
you create a mood board of like your fashion and your brand, like when I did mine, I was like, okay, I'm like more street, comfortable, little sophisticated with a little edge and some tiny sexiness and bits of like certain accessories, and I don't like to wear a lot of heels. So
I don't
so
like
I
heels
create
either.
like a collage of stuff, like my style and what creates me as an artist. And so when I
Hmm.
present that to stylists or anything like that, like this is my mood board, this is the type of style I like and wear. Can you be able to incorporate using that mood board as the inspiration? Um, there's other things dealing with when you come to promoting your brand. You have to make a plan like, okay, which radio stations you want to do or which press you want to do, like blogs or podcast opportunities. And there's
Right.
hopefully TV appearances. I was in here like looking like, okay, the strategy one is very short, straightforward plan. Like I only
Right.
use that when I'm starting, releasing a single, an album. I use that
Right.
as that point because of like what I'm going to plan on doing with that thing. Create a music video, um, find the right playlist curators to promote my single, so you can
Hmm.
listen. um, do like social media, doing different behind the scenes content, like like live performances with the song, just to get people like to do videos and be newsy about your life. Um,
Right.
yeah, so that's really what I learned from all that. Learning the marketing plans, learning the different contracts like split sheets and all that stuff, and
Yeah. Contracts are like another thing.
yeah,
With being a decent musician, you gotta understand, like, you gotta read everything. You gotta read the fine print. And definitely if you want to work with other people, I think it's a must to draw up a contract, even if it's something small, like, hey, I promise to perform on this gig, I mean, on this day for this gig at this time, and both parties sign it. Like, it's, I think contracts are
yeah,
important, because people keep their word. So,
yeah. That
you know,
makes it stick, and then like, oh, you forgot it's in the contract, you didn't read that, so you always gotta make sure you have these
yeah.
evidence. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this is too much, and then
Definitely.
all the taxes and stuff, that's stressful too. Thank God I have an app that track my mileage and my expenses, and I don't have to deal with that until tax day. Hallelujah. Um, because it's like a lot, like dealing with mileage, your expenses, your software subscriptions that you use for work,
Mm-hmm.
your um, supplies, and dealing with like oh guitar strings, all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I'm like, I can't. Why we have to do all this ourselves? Can we have a bookkeeper?
But you know what though? I think the great thing about today being like an independent artist
Hmm.
almost, at least you can document it yourself and like make sure things are accurate because when artists used to have like PR teams and like management companies who would do all these things for them, we all know that there were situations where things would go missing, numbers wouldn't be accounted for. So, there is some pros to being like self-managed and having to like make sure you get all of your expenses tracked down for that year when taxes do
Hmm.
come. Um, but sometimes it does feel better to have a team so you don't have to do it alone.
Yeah, yeah. When
So,
she told me like when you don't have a team and you have to do all this yourself, you always have to break it down in different groups. That way you won't burn out
right.
and have a nervous breakdown. So
Yeah.
like thank
Yeah.
God I had to break stuff down.
Yeah. No, no, no. I mean, that's the thing. Like, life is so overwhelming in general. And then when you want to be an artist on top of it, it can be a lot because I'm one of those people, if I don't feel like I'm emotionally and mentally there to give my best as an artist, I will step away. Like a lot of times I step away from social media. I won't post just for the sake of posting because I feel like I want to put out my best
Hmm.
work or at least my best right now. And I feel like mental health is so important because burnout nowadays is so easy. It is so easy to just feel overwhelmed by life and just not saying that is to make light of it, but I'm saying it happens. I've had burnout several times this year from like personal issues, issues with my family, um, financial stuff. So it's mental health. Like sometimes it's better to take that time, take the space away from the things we value the most to just focus on being mentally prepared and functioning for all of our responsibilities in our life.
Yeah,
So
what most people that didn't know, I think round I think was I started the show on March. Okay, like April, like a little bit April, like within like 4 weeks, I took a break from doing the show.
really.
4 weeks. It was a lot of stress in the household, and I
Mm.
had to like, okay, I need to get my mind right. Every time that Friday, I wanted to do the show so bad, but a lot of things was kind of jeopardized my mindset. I was like, I am
Right.
not gonna show up on my show when my mind not right. And I
Yeah.
was, and a lot of people understand. Like I I
Yeah.
had to take a break from doing the show, and a lot of people understand because yes, it is hard to have that mindset that you needed, but when things happen, like last week, I had a lesson that I learned. That's the first time I actually said it's okay. Yeah,
Really.
because every time there's like a problem, I freak out and my anxiety go nuts. But
Yeah.
last week, it was a situation that I thought I was like people think I should be freaking out about, but
Right.
the first time ever in life I actually said it's okay.
That's
Things
great.
are replaceable. They're easy replaced. It's cheap. I'm not tripping about it. You know, I just say it's
Hmm.
okay. It can be fixed. It's an easy fix.
Yeah.
So so
That's
that
good.
was like one of the steps to like deal with my anxiety. I'm like, okay, don't freak out on the little things that you know that can be fixed. If some things that you
Right.
cannot fix, then that freaking out is like the last thing you need to do. You always got to make sure you have
Yeah.
each like maybe plan A through plan C or something. If it doesn't work, then freak out.
Yeah. But usually, I I try to tell myself, regardless of how I may feel at the moment or how life looks at the moment, things always work out for me. Even if that's complete BS, I just like to tell myself that because it's like if I sit there and allow myself to overthink or let an event or emotion fester, I know like I'll ruin my whole night or my whole day focusing on something that in the moment is not in my control, and then I got to focus on gratitude. Like, okay, thank God my family's healthy. Thank God I'm healthy. Thank God I have everything I need. Thank God today was okay. If there's something that happened that was out of my control, I'm not going to take it personal. I'm not going to let it hold me back. I'm just going to like meditate and try to let it go and try to focus on the positive, because I used to be one of those people who would overthink and I would get anxiety also to the point where it's like, okay, no, I can't do this. I can't function. I can't, people are going to think, blah, 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 that spiral and it's not healthy. And, so mental health is always like me as I've gotten older, like I turned 30 this year and I'm like, mental health is everything. I would put that before any responsibility I have because I can't be my best self if my mind's not where it's supposed to be. So, yeah.
That led me to my very special moment. I usually when I end the show, I always create like kind of like my thoughts and kind of like a special message or motivation. And you gave me the word that kind of led to what I was thinking was gratitude. And I was like, I was going to say my motivational thoughts about that because we need to take the moment to really like be thankful for a lot of things. Like I'm thankful for waking up in the morning. I'm thankful for having my rabbit that being well behaved and I don't have to worry about nonsense. I'm thankful for having a boyfriend that focus on making sure that I'm okay, even though I'm running around with my chicken with his head cut off. Or yeah, sometimes I do that. That's what I do most around the house. I run around and I don't sit down. And he like, Sean, calm down. Let me cook you some breakfast. Sit down. So,
Oh my
um,
God, he's your soulmate,
I
like
know,
through and through.
yeah, I try not to cry. I'm just waiting for that ring, but he's probably watching.
Listen, most of the stuff in my life I manifested.
Yeah,
So if you want that ring, you gotta manifest it. Like there's so much content online to figure out how to get the
I
ring
put,
or the
I put
boyfriend.
I put it in the universe.
You put it in give it to God. When
Oh,
it's
I
ready
gave
for
it to
when
God.
God is
He knows. He knows
yep.
that we've been
Hmm.
together for this long. Everybody's saying when's the wedding? It's a
I
push.
know. I was gonna ask you, but I don't wanna be like she's never gonna talk to me again if I ask her when she's getting married. But
Not
when it
yet. Not yet, but it's
you
going
know,
to happen. So,
yeah, you just give it to God. When the time comes and it feels right for both of you, it's gonna happen.
mm, yeah. So being thankful and show a lot of gratitude.
Yeah.
That's really one of the. That's the really important thing that I want to talk about this week. About it's kind of like my thoughts before ending the show about gratitude. So to all those that are tuning in and they um take that moment when you first wake up in the morning, just thank you to the sun that rises, There's yoga poses for that, for salutation. Um, so take a moment to greet the sun and tell the sun thank you for waking me up.
Hmm.
Look in the mirror and say to yourself, give gratitude to yourself. Sometimes you need to
Yeah,
thank yourself sometimes. Um,
yeah,
like you thank everybody else, but you always got to thank yourself. Like I thank myself for making through the day.
yeah. Self
Especially
love is so important
us.
because everybody's an outward reflection of you. How you think and feel about yourself, people are going to reflect that onto you. And I learned from like growing up, like the more and more you neglect the love you have for yourself and like praise and not about ego, but like just to make yourself feel validated within, you know, it makes you feel a lot better than having to rely on that from someone else. So
Mhm.
definitely, that is, I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, so take the time to thank yourself. Thank Say hi to the sun and the flowers and the plant. If you got plants in your house, show gratitude to your own plants
Hmm.
because they bring you life and energy in your home and your space. Um,
Hmm.
looking yourself in the mirror, and I close my eyes and I even light a candle and think about this. I think I am very thankful for God giving me my calling. I am thankful for Him for giving me this gift of music
Yeah.
that sparks me joy every time I create. That puts a big smile on my face when I hear my own song and streaming platforms and hearing my kids hearing my songs. So when I die, the songs pass down to them and they have my royalties, something that I can pass the legacy down. I am thankful for that, for God, for that gift. Even though my family were not really that supportive of what I'm doing, but it
Right.
saved my life. And I owe it all to music because I owe my life to music because music saved my life. If it saved me from killing, trying not to kill myself, if it saved me from that, and if my grandma in my spirit, in my dream, told me you need to sing again, if she didn't do that, I wouldn't be here today. So I am thankful for the spirit of my grandmother that took me in my dreams, in my spirit. And I'm thankful for music for saving me from being in that dark place.
Yeah.
So my cheers to gratitude. And I would like to thank Jennale Adams for joining me today. We had a great
Oh,
show. But hold up, once I turn off this live, we got a lot to catch up to do. Some
yeah, I
things
know.
to
I
say
know.
on this show. But yeah, but until I probably might take a break next week for the show. But I'll probably be the week after. Um you never know. Just follow me on the show. Follow the show on Instagram and Facebook and also YouTube. Shorn's Happy Hour Podcast. Subscribe to that. If you missed the live, you can catch it on the replay and even on Spotify. That will be uploaded tomorrow. Um, and also available platforms. So, of course, the show, follow Happy Hour Podcast on both Facebook and Instagram. And if you want to be a guest and part of the show, make sure you send an email um, to showhappyhourpodcast@gmail.com and give me dates. It's live. We don't pre-record nothing up in here. It's all live here. So until the next episode at this stupid platform. I've been using this thing for months. I'm still trying to get used to this thing.
Well, thank you for having me, Sean. I miss you so much, and it was just so awesome to talk to you. You know, you've always been like a big sister to me, so it was just an honor to speak to you and just bounce off ideas and just catch up. So I'm so grateful that you let me come on here.
Oh, I'm trying not to cry now. Oh
Don't
Lord.
cry. Like I tell you things, you just like Gabby. Every time I tell y'all compliments, you want to cry. But I mean it from my whole heart. That I appreciate it.
This is an emotional moment. But yeah, but hold up, and we're gonna talk a little bit off the air. And but until the next episode, bye.
Bye.